All right. So just starting up the stream here. Let's see if this works now. Looks like it's loading. It says I'm live. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. I think it's working. So that is the quality like really bad for you guys? Hold on, let me try. Hi. What's the quality like here? And I also don't know like what kind of a delay you guys have from when I'm talking. Okay, cool. Hi. Hello everybody. Audio's okay? Like just okay or like pretty clear? This is my first time doing a live stream, so there's a lot I don't know here. Good. Good. You have an issue with bottom navigation. So do a lot of people. Good. Okay, so yeah, the main thing I wanted to show you guys is I'm building a custom camera. That's going to be my next course. And I just kind of wanted to show you and see what most of you thought about it. Looks like some of you, there's a few people here now, so I'll just start showing you. So I got my phone over here on the side. And so this is the kind of the main screen. I wanted to make it look sort of like Snapchat, just in a sense that it would be a full screen. You're going to be able to obviously switch the orientation to a front orientation. That's like Inception, picture in picture in picture. Or you can switch to the front. So this is obviously the front view. You lost a lot of weight. No, I didn't lose a lot of weight. I'm still about 208 pounds, somewhere around there. And so let's take a picture. So there, I took a picture. After you take a picture, you'll be able to I can either press save down in the corner, and that will save the image, or I have some other options up here, so I can draw on it too. So if I wanted to draw on it, just like Instagram does, or sorry, just like Snapchat does, I can kind of just draw whatever. You can undo all that stuff. You can also add stickers. So I'm just gonna have like some very basic stickers, nothing fancy. We can move them on there. Can draw on top of them. I can resize the pen so it's smaller or really big. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty simple, obviously, because building a custom camera is pretty in depth. Like there's a lot to this. Oh, you'll be able to save them too. So if I press save, I can also check out the phone's memory. So it should have saved that. I already saved that image. Let me try again. Whoops. Make that smaller. It's not done. There's still bugs, so let me try and save that now. Refresh that. And there, yeah, see, so there's the edited version. So yeah, like I said, it's pretty simple overall, but we got to start somewhere. Basically, like filters are another thing. All the other kind of stuff that Instagram and Snapchat does, totally another thing. But we need to start somewhere. Build something simple at first, so that we can draw on it, add stickers, be able to save it. That gives you guys it'll give you a good starting point, and then we can work on video, and there's all kinds of things you can do. Yeah, so swiping between filters would also be cool. That's one of the things I want to add, but right when we start, just keeping it simple is going to be important. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys. If you have any questions, I don't know. I've never done a live stream before. I was thinking it would just kind of a hangout if you guys had any questions about maybe some of my courses. I'm not going to answer anything technical, obviously, right now, but if you have anything kind of general, yeah, it'll be Camera 2 API. So that was that came out for API versions greater than 21. So that's what we're going to be targeting for the course. And I got a bunch of devices too. I've got versions 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. I have all actual real devices with that, so that's what I'm going to be targeting for the course, obviously. And yeah, the Camera 2 API is way better than the first one. It's just like far superior. It's pretty hard to figure out, I think. There's a lot of different settings. I still definitely haven't mastered it, but this is a step in the right direction for sure. I think Flutter's cool. I looked at it. It's like a really cool idea, but it's like learning a new programming language. Like, it's not Java, it's not Kotlin, it's something totally different. So really cool, super cool, but you're gonna have to learn like a brand new language basically. That's what I saw anyway. Basically, I only played around with like the demo application that they had. I didn't really do too much of anything, but it's definitely a really, really cool concept. Like, if that would have came out maybe before Java, then that would have been useful, but now I don't know if like a lot of people are going to adopt it just because it's going to be learning something totally new, which is just not not super practical. Kotlin will be my next course for Pluralsight. So that's, I don't know when, probably right after we finish the camera course. That's when I'm going to start on my first Kotlin course, and I'm planning on just building a bunch of apps. Basically, I don't know what Pluralsight has in mind specifically, but it's going to be just building some apps, and I'm going to do it from the ground up with 100% Kotlin. So it should be a pretty good way to learn it. I know a lot of people have been asking about Kotlin. Any other questions? I'm not going to stay on here too long because I don't have much planned here. So if there's no questions, I'm going to go eat dinner. A lot of you I recognize, a lot of these names. I read all my comments on YouTube, so I see a lot of very familiar names here. Architecture components, like what? Can you be specific? Okay, so let's do the ETA for the camera course first. That's an easy question to answer. This week I'm going to finish the app. I'm just going to finish debugging and everything. Next week I'm going to be getting the individual kind of checkpoints for the source code all ready to go. And then the week after that we'll be filming and editing. So at the most it should be published in 3 weeks. Probably at the earliest it would be published in 2 weeks. So expect to see it somewhere between 2 and 3 weeks. Freelancing. So the hourly rate for freelancing, whatever you can get. I think that's sort of the general way to look at it. I don't do a lot of freelancing. Basically, all my income now comes from teaching. I like teaching way better. I actually don't like doing freelancing. It's very stressful because you have so much responsibility, obviously. I like teaching. I like teaching way better. And as for, get whatever you can. I think that's really what it comes down to. Whatever people are willing to pay you, that's what you can get. Start high, and if they don't want to pay you, then go lower. I didn't watch a lot of the Google I/O stuff, so I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. I only watched sort of some of the stuff. There we go. I think I answered all the questions. So I'll give you a few, maybe another minute here to see if any other questions come in. But then I'm going to go eat dinner. Oh, I guess here for some of you who haven't, who maybe came in a little late, here's the main screen of the camera that we're going to be building. If I take a picture, I'll be able to. We can add stickers to it. We can move them around. I'll add a whole bunch. You can draw on it, kind of draw whatever. You can change the color. You can resize the cursor for the pen, and then you can also undo. So there's an undo button up here, or you can keep it on there, and we'll be able to. So I'll drag this sticker down to the trash can down here, and that will remove it. Pretty cool. And yeah, and then at the end you can save it. So if I click the little save button down here, and I check my storage, there's the image that I just saved. So that's basically what we're going to be building. If I was to build this, like this exact thing for a client, I don't know, because I would just bill hourly. Like if I'm ever going to do, I don't. Why would my oh, you removed the message. Yeah, I don't really just quote a full price. If I was to do a freelancing project, I would just pick an hourly rate or determine an hourly rate that they agreed with. I would give them an approximation for how long it would take, and then I would just bill hourly. Did I remember all syntax in Android? I usually forgot most of the syntax. Not sure if that's a question. Trying to get a better grasp on the cost complexity ratio. Yeah, I would like just try and be as detailed as possible when you're trying to figure out exactly what you're going to be doing. Like, you know, try and break everything down into like hourly steps. So think about what you're going to build and then say, okay, this is going to take half an hour, this is going to take an hour, this is going to take all these things, and then just kind of add them up, and then that will give you an approximation, and choose an hourly rate that they agree with, and then you can give them an approximate cost. But another good idea is to throw on 20% on top of there. So whatever you think the project is going to cost, it's a good idea to at least throw on top 20%, because that gives you more wiggle room, and people are always going to want more. They will always want more from you. So if you start at an approximate high cost, when 20% higher than what you actually think it will be, because I'm sure you're going to go over it. You're almost definitely going to go over it. So it's just going to be easier to negotiate when you have a higher kind of threshold to start with. I'm going to burp. Did I remember to add all the syntax in Android? I still don't understand that question completely. What do they use in production level for backend, or what database they use? Like in industry, right now I would try to use Firebase with anything. I think Firebase is like incredible compared to anything else. It just does so much, and they keep coming with new tools. Like the machine learning toolkit that they got now looks. I haven't really used it a lot, but it looks incredible. Like they just keep coming out with better and better stuff. I really think that mastering Firebase is what every developer should be doing right now. Yeah, I mean, everybody copy paste code. I copy so much code from Stack Overflow. You should definitely understand it, but yeah, and also old projects. Like now I have a huge bank of projects, so I'm always just like, oh, how did I do that again? Let me just look at one of my old projects. Yeah, yeah. Your first clients I wouldn't feel bad if you're underpaid, because you just want to get experience. That's the most important thing. Like the money that you make now when your first freelancing projects will be nothing compared to what you make in 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So it's important I think just to get experience, just to build as much things as possible. Try to build new things, do things you have no idea how to do, because that's what's going to be way better for you in the long run. Thank you. I don't know how to say your name. Obade. I think Obade. Thanks. You're the best. All of you are the best for watching my videos. I've been learning Android development probably from you, is what you wanted to say. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love to teach. All right. then if there's no more questions, I'm gonna go eat dinner. And thanks for watching my first live stream. And maybe I'll showcase the camera one more time before I go. So this is what we're going to be building in my next course. I'm going to take a picture with the camera. I'm going to add some stickers. I'm going to drag them around. We'll be able to remove the stickers too by dragging them down to this trash can icon. And we can also draw on here. I can change the color and also change the size. And then we can also save the image. Oh, I'll show you the undo button too. There's an undo button up here that'll remove the drawings, and then I can save it down here, and that'll show up in memory. So now that's saved to my phone's memory. So for those of you who didn't see it earlier, you could totally do these once per week for 30 minutes. Yeah, I've never done a live stream. I've been thinking about it a lot, so I just thought I'm just going to do it today. No real plan. I wanted to show off the camera app, so there it is. How would you go about getting into freelancing? When I was freelancing, when I did any freelancing, I got all my business pretty much from YouTube. So, and I think that's a really good way to market these days, is through YouTube and social media, because then you have proof that you've actually built things, and that's what people want to see. If you don't have things like on the App Store that you've built, you need to show them that you know how to build things. So either make videos, write articles, kind of like social proof is what you need. That's a good way to get work. Yeah, I think like those websites like Upwork and things like that, the number one is you're going to be way underpaid, which isn't necessarily a bad thing when you're just getting started, but it's really hard to get jobs. Like, nobody's going to hire you if you don't have tons of a big portfolio on there, basically. Don't make it a paid course. I'm probably going to make it a paid course because I have to pay to live. So I have to make money, and it's by the time it's all done, it'll probably have taken me a month to make the course. So unfortunately, I need to put it up for something. But if you really don't have money, send me an email and I can give it to you free. Like, I'll give it to you free, but just understand that I need money to live. That's why I'm putting it up for money. Yeah, companies probably don't use Firebase much because it's so new. That's probably the only reason. But I think in the next like 5 years, it's going to be very dominant because it's there's just so the tools are like amazing, and they're so easy to learn. I know what's happening when I see others code, but I can't do it myself. Any advice? Yeah, that's just practice. That's 100% practice. I remember when I was first starting, I felt the same way. I could read code and be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But being able to think of it on your own, that just comes with time. It's just practice. Yeah, it's honestly just practice. Code as much as possible. When you don't know what to code, think of an idea, like this camera app, for example. Be like, I want to build a custom camera. All the information's on the internet. It's going to be hard, but you'll figure it out eventually. You have to just keep trying. Right now it's 6:43 p.m. Near Vancouver in Canada. Like 4:43 a.m. or like 4:43 in the afternoon. Yeah, I wasn't sure what the best time to do a live stream would be, because I know a lot of my viewers are from India, and that's the other side of the world. A lot of them are from Europe. I think maybe only 20% are probably in the U.S. So doing it kind of this is probably a bad time. Yeah, it's 6:40 p.m. So I don't know what time that is in India. Time in India. It's 7:14 a.m. Yeah, nobody's gonna watch a live stream at 7:14 a.m. Unlikely, anyway. Yeah. Yeah. From Turkey. Cool. Okay, well, I do need to go. Hopefully, I'll do another live stream. I don't know when, but I want to try and make a habit out of this. Uh, I think it's a good idea to interact and just ask anybody questions, talk about what's coming up. You guys can ask me about my life in general too, if you're interested. I'll tell you. I'm pretty open, so I'll tell you, pretty much anything. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you. See if I can figure out how to turn this thing off.